Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's, oh, so blurry. There we go. Welcome back to my channel. It's an Amber thing. 2 for Tuesday. And it's really Tuesday today, right? Yeah, it is. So I was reading through some of the comments on some of the videos that I've done recently. An informant had made a comment about triggering her with me sitting on the side of the road in like a sleeveless kind of dress, like hot in the summertime. And, she's like, don't ever trigger us like that again, or traumatize us like that again. And it just, I don't know why that comment reminded me of this story, and I am going to share it with you. Maybe because it was very traumatizing. We certainly sit and talk about quite a few things that we have been through, with the organization and how they've affected our lives. And we talk about these traumas all the time, but there are a lot of traumas that happen outside of the organization in field service. So I'm going to share one of those with you right now. It's really kind of even, not very funny, but that's my way of coping. That and playing with my hair. So when you see me playing with my hair, it's usually because I'm trying to somehow comfort myself. But I remember it was a very, very hot day, and I was out in field service with my best friend Amaris, and my stepfather and her dad. And I remember we were in this really, really dangerous neighborhood. I was scared to be in this neighborhood. I mean, as soon as we pulled down that street, and I was just like, oh man, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. It was just one of those neighborhoods that you just don't want to be in. But we were there. We were going door to door. We were always trying to make the best of it that we possibly could, try and talk and have a little fun while we were out in field service with our parents. And I remember we were coming back from a door that somebody had just slammed the door in our dad's faces, and we were like, those goats. And we're walking away, and this man, like, he runs by us so fast that it was like lightning or something. It was like we didn't even see him coming, and he passed us so fast we didn't even, it was like whoosh, like he ran so fast. And I sure remember looking like, what the world just happened, and my dad grabbing my hand, and just I remember him grabbing it, and it was really tight. And I remember seeing this other man running in the same direction that the last man had just passed us in. He was holding my wrist so tight, basically dragging me down the street, not trying to drag me, but he was trying to get us to our vehicle as fast as he could. So it was, my stepdad had, my hand, and Amaris's dad had her hand. And I remember my friend Amaris, they had a VW bus, and I remember it very clearly. Her dad opening the side door, and both of our dads kind of just pushing us into the van and telling us to stay down on the ground and not to make a sound, just to stay. And I remember them getting into the van as well. And I don't know why I did this, but I did. And I poked my head up, and I was able to see out the front windshield. And as soon as I poked my head up, the man that ran first was gunned down by the man that had been, running behind him. I very vividly remember seeing him, he was hit, do a jerk motion and watch part of his head being blown off into the his lifeless body hitting the ground. And I saw that it was in an instant, it all happened so fast. I saw that, and I dove back to the ground, and I started, uncontrollably crying and started to vomit. And I just remember that being the worst thing I had ever seen in my life, and immediately wishing that I had listened to my father and not picked my head up. And I just remember our dads being, like just trying to get us out of there as fast as they possibly could. But it was really such a gruesome picture in my mind, still is such a traumatizing picture in my mind. And I guess some of the traumatizing things that we experience don't happen inside the Kingdom Hall. Some of them happen outside the Kingdom Hall. That was really intense. Have any of you guys experienced any like very intense things in field service? I'm sure there's been so many. We encounter so many things, and then it's chalked up to us being faithful servants. It's our job to be out there, no matter what, even in those bad neighborhoods. I don't know. It was horrible, horrible, horrible thing to witness. But I'd like to hear from you if you guys have had any experiences. Share them, get them out. Let's heal together. Talk about them, bring them to the surface, get rid of them. Let's heal. Let me know in the comments. Talk to you soon.